Had a little listen to his podcast, huh?
Dude, it's educational. And besides, I've been wanting to listen to this one.
Welcome to Idling in the Impala, a podcast by and for lovers of supernatural and the fanfiction it inspires. Before we begin, just want to remind you to like, subscribe, follow, etc. wherever you listen to us so you don't miss any bonus stuff that we do or any episodes either. I fumbled that the wrong way around, guys. Haha, welcome to this episode. I'm Kasey.
I'm Sandra, and it's going to be one of those days because we're all super, super excited about the fact that, drumroll please, Tulpa has been activated and Kasey is going to a con in Liverpool in May to meet Jared Padalecki.
Jared Padalecki, motherfuckers! Jared Padalecki! It happened. I want to specify real quick, I think there's about a bajillion Liverpools in the USA. The UK one, the OG one, the original one, before you started stealing city names from us. I'm pretty sure there's a Liverpool in the UK, in the US somewhere. So not wherever that is, not that one, the one in my country. Yeah. So, God, I feel like I'm giving an award ceremony now because I'm like, first of all, we need to thank Sandra because she has been using her magical witchy Tulpa powers for over a year now for this. Over a year. And it's like she succeeded twice. This is the third success, but this is the first time it's actually been feasible for me. So I found out Jared was actually coming to a con in the UK early in 2022, but I found out like about 3 weeks before the con, and at the time I had no money, and it was pretty far away. It was in Wales, which is pretty far away. I don't know.
Not for US people. Not for people in the United States.
No. You know what? I'll get a map up. And we'll see.
It so when I had
Sandra's going to be like, that's my commute. What are you talking about?
My commute, I don't leave my home office. That's my commute regularly. But for like a con, the farthest away Ted and I went was Charlotte, North Carolina. And that was about an 8-hour drive for us. And I don't remember how many miles that was, but it was a bit.
No, Wales. Wales is not that far away.
Okay.
Wales Comic Con? No. Okay, I'm just going to say, that sounds familiar, the Millennium Centre. We'll go with that one. I don't know if that's right. Cardiff, maybe. I don't know. So obviously this depends where you would go in Wales, because it's pretty big. But to get to like the capital of Wales, Cardiff, is about 4 hours drive from me. I don't drive. So it would be maybe like 5-6 hours on various different trains, not just one train, like various trains.
Mm-hmm.
But the point, it wasn't undoable, and it wasn't even undoable financially. It was one of those, I could do this, but that's a terrible financial decision.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna regret this. Like I wasn't working at the time. We didn't have a lot of money, so I had an enormous tantrum for about 3 days. By the end of which my husband was like, "The fuck is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm just sad." And I let that one slide. But that kind of ignited the spark, because if you're a long time listener, you will remember very early on conversations that I had with Sandra where I was like, I don't even want to go to a con. I wouldn't get what I wanted from Jared and Jensen at a con. I don't even want to go. It freaks me out. It's like paying for their bodies. I was a total asshole about it. And while I do still have some of those residual feelings, especially around the at what point are you paying for someone's body? Still, but I can't look at that too closely, otherwise I'll end up cancelling everything for May, and that'll be a real problem. But I'm gonna be honest, I think it was more front than anything else, that I didn't think it was ever gonna happen. So to appease my poor soul, my poor sadness, I was like, I don't even want to go. I don't even want this.
You're protecting yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but as soon as he came to the UK to a con, I was like, oh my God, this could fucking happen. So Sandra was on that shit. She was on that Jean Valjean up on that barricade, man. She was like, Tulpa this shit for you. That is not my joke. And I'm very angry about it. That is not my joke. But I'm using it anyway. Credits to Yahtzee Croshaw of formerly The Escapist, currently Second Wind. For that. Be up on that barricade like Jean Valjean.
Oh, goodness.
So we let Wales go. And then he was announced again. So Wales was in the May, and he was announced again in the October. Yeah, this was last year. So it must have been 2023. Was it anywhere closer to me? No! It was in fucking Edinburgh. I think he's allergic to England, to be fair. It was in Edinburgh. So if Wales is about 4 hours, maybe 5 to 6 hours on a train. So, actually, it's around the same distance.
Okay.
The reason that it's around the same distance is that is a train that runs from, maybe it starts off in Edinburgh, I'm not 100% sure, but it runs the length of the country, and it's like the express to London.
Okay.
So I can get that and be taken right the way up on one train, whereas Wales actually changed trains like 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about a 4-hour drive, like 4.5 hours on the train, purely by grace of there is this like country length London train. I don't know why it's the London Express, because it stops at a lot of fucking places, but it is the fastest train to get to London. So,
well, it was also, I mean, at that point you were like, you still didn't feel like it was a financially good idea at that point too.
No.
Yeah. Because I remember we'd had that discussion.
We are on a time crunch today, and Sandra's like, I ain't got no time for tangents about public transport, bitch. Get back on topic.
No, because this is what I've noticed too. I believe that what you are doing is you are avoiding any sort of like emotional feelings.
Will you leave me and my coping mechanisms alone? Oh my God. Okay. So yes, October. I was working at that point, but you know when you're out of work for a period of time and you just rack up debt just living? Like you're not even living extravagantly, but you just have living expenses.
You're just breathing.
Go somewhere.
Yeah, you're just breathing, and you have bills to pay.
So it was October, and by the time Jared had been announced quite late, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I went, fuck it, I'm going. And then I looked at it, and I was like, I'm not going. Never mind. It's gonna, because Wales, I could have come home on the Sunday. So I would have only had to, like, I could have probably got to Wales early. Like, I could have got like 11 a.m. opening tickets instead of 9 and got to Wales on the Saturday morning, and I would have only had to stay one night.
Right.
I couldn't do that in Edinburgh. I would have had to go up on the Friday and come home on the Monday. Obviously, the hotels around the area know the convention is going on, so all the fucking prices go up. Train tickets go up. And at the time, I thought Jared was expensive. Ha 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 ha. So for the Edinburgh Con, he was 115, and I don't know what that translates to. Maybe Sandra can look that up while I'm talking, because if I look it up, I'll stop talking.
Okay.
So it's you can buy a photo op and an autograph, and they were the same price, 115 UK. So I was like, no,
$146.10.
So when we get to how much I paid for Jared this time, Sandra can tell me how it compares to how much she's paid for Jared and Jensen in the past.
God. Okay.
So I was like, no, I'm going to Edinburgh. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is a really bad financial decision. Like I could, but I'm still trying to get myself level.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, bear in mind, this was in October, I was not sure if my job was going to extend past Christmas. So I was like, eh. So again, I had a big sulk for about 3 days. My husband was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, I don't know. But what I did then was I started saving. I was like, fuck this noise. I don't care. The next time I'm going. Right. So I've been watching all the con pages, all of them. So there's Liverpool, Manchester, London, Northeast, Edinburgh, Aberdeen, Wales. You know, there's a few of them that all run by the same event. Like Creation runs all of the cons in the US. So, but they are not supernatural conventions. They are Comic Con. So, you know, like it's a really teeny shrink down version.
They're not run by Creation over there. Creation's it's solely
doesn't
like
exist over here.
The road so far, the road ahead now is what they call it instead of the supernatural. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So no, this is run by the event organizers is Monopoly Events, and they run all these Comic Cons. And like I said, they're teeny weeny little, think like San Diego Comic Con, but like micro scale. Mm-hmm. So fair play. They do get a lot of cool actors. We tend to see people from like all the British TV shows come around. I think Tim Curry goes to at least like 3 a year. Man's in a wheelchair. He's like 90. Fucking ledge.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize he was. Okay. All right.
He might not be 90, but that's besides the point. He's booked for one of the conventions this year.
Okay.
So I'm following all the convention pages. I'm saving up. I'm going. They have a Comic Con Northern Ireland. And I remember saying to Sandra, I bet he gets booked for Northern Ireland. I bet he doesn't come to England because you can, like, I don't know, like, how much American understanding is. I could fly to Northern Ireland without a passport. I have a passport, but Northern Ireland is still part of Great Britain. So it's an internal flight. So again, I wouldn't need a passport to have gone to Wales. I wouldn't need a passport to have gone to Edinburgh, but I would need to fly to go to Northern Ireland. And I was like, I bet it's going to be Northern Ireland. And I'm going, if I have to fly, I'm going to yell at him. I'm going to be so mad. So I'm looking. And the Comic Con pages on Facebook, and I imagine they do this on Twitter, they post like, announcement at 7, and then it'll be a picture. And it's a clue, but it's never an obvious clue. So it was James Dean this time. And the comments exploded. They said, get ready for a super 2024. It's only natural you're going to want to come to. So they'd hyped it up that they were booking supernatural guests. Now, we've had Misha, and we've had Jensen, and we've had Jared. But Jared and Jensen have never been in the same place. Jensen was in Liverpool, and then he was in Scotland with Misha. No, Misha might have been in Liverpool, last Liverpool con. I don't know. But J2 have never been together in the UK, only Jared and Misha. So everyone's fucking exploded. So it's James Dean. So like, it could be any of them. It could be Jared. It could be Jensen. It could be Jeff. It could be fucking any of them. Anyway, it's Jared, right? I saw that it was Jared at about 7:20. Within seconds, I've screen grabbed the page. I've sent it to Sandra going, fuck, this is happening. And I'm on the website buying tickets. This is a very, very stressful ordeal because you couldn't buy like photo and entrance tickets at the same time, and I didn't know that, so I had to put them through separately, and it was real stressful. But I got my tickets, right? I'm gonna be honest, I booked Jared first because I was not worried about not getting entrance tickets. I was worried about not getting Jared tickets.
Yeah.
But if you're around in the UK as of recording, which is the 20th of January, they are still available. So nothing is saying that they're close to selling out, because when they are close to selling out, they announce it.
Right.
So nothing is saying that Jared's close to selling out. And then there was a little bit of drama because Misha got announced for Scotland, and everyone's like, "Oh, is Jensen going to come to Liverpool? Is Jensen going to come to Liverpool?" And the producers of the con, the people that actually run the con, were like, "No Jensen at Liverpool," and everyone was like, "Oh my god, why?" And they were like, "Scheduling conflicts. No Jensen at Liverpool." So that doesn't say that he's not going to be in Scotland later in the year with Misha, but for the purposes of my bank balance, I'm very happy that there's no Jensen, because then if I find Jensen things, I have a fucking problem. Right. So I booked my tickets, and I booked a photograph and an autograph with Jared. They cost me the princely sum of 150 UK pounds each. And by the time they'd done adding admin fees and transaction fees and all the rest of the fucking fees that they added on, it came out to a roughly 370-ish pounds. So Sandra can go and convert that if she so chooses.
So the total for everything was 400.
No. That's just Jared. That's not counting out con entry,
right?
Or hotels
but
or trains. That's just Jared.
Photo and the autograph,
yes.
Right? With the fees.
Yes.
So $470 United States dollars, USD.
So how much would you pay, like, just for one photo with Jared, or
so
a photo and an auto?
The photos have never, as far as I've only been doing these for a couple years, they're about $199. That's for Jensen and Jared. Like Jensen or Jared cost $199 just a solo. And I believe the a la carte autographs, which are a new thing and they don't always happen at every convention, they started out, I feel, a little bit lower. I think when I tried to go to New Orleans, they might have been like $139 or $129 each. And I think when I went to DC, I'd have to look, but I feel like they went up to about $169. So I'd pay $368 and probably tack on probably $400.
That doesn't work out too much different.
314 pounds, it says. That part. But see, where they get you, the creation is admission. Admission is, I mean, not that the photos aren't expensive too, but the admission, I feel like, is, if you're not just going to do general admission, you're going to pay a bit more. And do they have different options at the con? admission?
So they have a diamond pass, which is like VIP priority. So you get like go in first, you get first in the like lines for photos and autos and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's $160 per day. So it's only a 2-day con. It's only Saturday and Sunday.
So $320 for if you did it like the whole weekend. $406. I could tell you the way Creation does that is those are auction VIP. And that's in addition to like you already have to have. Do you already have to have? I feel like you need either a silver or a gold ticket, like gold admission package before you could, like if you win an auction bid for VIP, which sounds similar, where, you know, they'll let you go like to the front of lines, you get to kind of go behind the scenes and you get like maybe 5-minute sort of like meet and greets with the actors, depending, that will be tacked on to having to have like a silver or gold. I could be wrong, but I just know it's incredibly expensive. The auctions always go for a lot of money for those opportunities. So it sounds like this is a very static price. You don't have to worry about paying extra or trying to outbid someone for that.
Yeah, but Sandra will be crying by the end of this because entry, like that's all that I'm just double checking now. I'm not 100% sure, and as I said, we are kind of on a time crunch for like, you know, but I'm pretty sure all VIP gets you is that early entry. Early, well, no, it doesn't get you any earlier entry. It just gets you 9 a.m. entry, and then you get like it fast tracks you through lines.
That's good though. Yeah,
yeah, but it's expensive. So this was not the option that I went through. So the next option is the 9 a.m. entry tickets, and then you have 11 a.m. entry tickets. So I went for 9 a.m. I'm going to be there. I'm going to experience the whole day.
Yeah.
So for the weekend, it was £55 for the weekend, and that gives me access to everything. There is no tier system like there is with Creation. You don't have to buy like a copper to be able to sit and watch panels. Everything. So Comic Con Liverpool does Q&A panels. I'm looking at like the sort of the FAQs and stuff now.
Yeah. So just to interject that they do have general admission options like per day where you could just go, you have to find a seat and stuff like that. It seems like it might be about the same amount, but again, you could just sit in, you know, the auditorium, like for all of the panels and stuff like that with the general admission. So you could do by day. They have like a package, but you don't have like a secured seat. You know, it's not like a reserved seat. So copper, silver, gold, those are all, your seat is your seat. You know, wherever you're set, that's where you sit. So yeah, we might try. I was even saying to Ted one day, I was like, you might just get a general admission package and I might just get a copper or something like that. And that doesn't include the concert. Then you'd have to pay extra for the concert. So there's all these extras, you know, it's like they know what they're doing to, you know, work it out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm looking now and it says
I'm so excited for you.
a lot of the Q&A panels are included, but some guests are high demand, so they charge to secure like a seat.
Right.
But that's announced like 1 or 2 months beforehand, and they said your schedule, blah 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 blah, and then they So that's all the nitty gritty. At the time of me booking my tickets, Jared was the second highest billed, I guess. Elizabeth Olsen, who is Scarlet Witch in the Marvel universe, was due to attend. She's pulled out now.
Oh, okay.
So Jared is now the highest billed. And he is 150 plus booking fee. The next highest billed is 65 plus booking fee. So it's a fucking hike, right? And it was 115 the last time he was here. So fuck you guys.
Yeah, they're definitely they know, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a business after all. They know people are gonna pay.
And there's still announcements going on. So I'm just looking now, like I'm just gonna speed up a bit. So attending this con, we've got Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, Jay and Silent Bob, Katie Sagal, Leela. I know her as Leela from Futurama, but some of you know from like Married with Children or whatever.
She's been in so much stuff though. She's great. Yeah.
She's a very iconic voice though. Like you recognize her immediately.
Oh yeah.
And then to my excitement, a whole bunch of Lord of the Rings people. So we got Elijah Wood, Dominic Monaghan, and that's not how you pronounce that. I think it's Monaghan.
Okay.
John Rhys Davies just got announced, who played Gimli, because you might not recognize him by his face because he didn't look like that in the movie. Bernard Hill, Miranda Otto, all Lord of the Rings, and they're ranging from 90 to 40, and the price is the same for an auto or a photograph. So pending funds, you know, I'm not opposed to meeting Elijah and Dom. You know, I like me some hobbits. We've got Richard Coyle, who is in something. I don't know what he's in, but he's in something. So now we've moved down to autographs that pay on the day. So you got to pre-book a photograph, but you can pay on the day for your autograph. We've got Richard Coyle, don't know who he is. Jesse T. Usher, A-Train from The Boys, which is good, because where there is one
there could be
actor
others
from The Boys, there tends to be others. But remember, it's not Jensen. They've said it's not Jensen. And if you don't believe me and the event producers, Jensen said it's not Jensen. He was interviewed for his stupid golf thing. Why was it golf? You could have picked any sport, my guy. Anything but golf. Anyway, he was in Hawaii for the Sony Open golf thing. And he's on record there saying that he's got stuff going on in the spring. This con is in May. It's still technically spring. No Jensen. But we might get Anthony Starr or Chase Crawford. They're popular over here. Then we got Tony Todd. My husband knows who he is. I don't know who he is. Charisma Carpenter, who was in
she's
Charmed.
Buffy. Yeah.
Oh, was she Buffy? Yeah, I thought she was Charmed. And then, this probably means nothing to a lot of people, but Jim Cummings is going to be there.
Wait, who?
Jim Cummings, his name is.
Okay.
He's the voice of like Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And he's a really he's a really renowned voice actor, but most people know him for Winnie the Pooh. But I'll tell you right now, he is a voice actor in Skyrim for some characters in Skyrim, because my husband was playing Skyrim a few months ago, and I went, why does that? I can't fucking remember what it was, but I was like, why does that character sound like Winnie the fucking Pooh? And I Googled it, and Jim Cummings has done voices for Skyrim.
Aww. Cute.
And then we have a couple of Power Rangers. Don't ask me what generation Power Rangers they are. I don't know. But it's Walter Jones, who was the Black Ranger. Yes, he's black. It was the 90s. Also, let's not look too closely at that. And David Yost, who was the Blue Ranger. Their suits look different, so they might have been different in different fucking iterations of Power Rangers. I don't know.
Sweetie.
Power Rangers.
Sweetie, I love you. Let's get back to Jared.
Okay. All right. So two more anime voice actresses. Erica Harlacher, don't know, and Sarah Miller Cruz. So that's everybody's been announced right now.
I'm so glad to hear about all those people. I'm sure they're wonderful. Let's get back to Jared.
Anyway, the thing that Sandra's interested in. So, I don't know. Can you list this?
I know.
What's it going?
But
because
I
you
want
said
you
to me,
talk about what you're going to
market.
do. I want you to talk about what you plan on doing.
So, yes, I've booked a hotel. I'm going Friday and coming back Monday because I saved for this motherfucker. Booked my train because I have no other way of getting there. I'm not walking. I don't drive. Right. So I have booked a Saturday autograph and photo with Jared. So I was looking through the FAQs, and I will put the link to the Liverpool Comic Con page in the description. So if you want to go and have a look at how it all works and how different it might be from creation, if you want to make yourself sad or happy, I don't know, whatever. So photos seem like they are very similar to creation cons, which is in, out, real fucking quick. You go in, you ask for your pose, you get your photo, and you fuck off, and you don't have time to talk, right? So because I knew Sandra was going to yell at me, I joined like the public page with the chat and everything, because she was like, oh my god, you need to like network, you need to find people. She even said to me, she was like, you can find someone to go down with and room with. And I was like, Liverpool is not cute like Jensen's Instagram. I might get stabbed. No, that is not. And also, for what it's worth, my accent will not go down real well in Liverpool. Okay? We're a very tiny island and we hate each other. Anyway, Saturday photo. So I know what I want, because the reason I mentioned that chat is because people were saying in there, you could pick a pose or you can ask Jared for a pose. And he's like a real big hugger. This was not information to me, like new information to me. Right. But I was like, okay. So I like the idea that you could ask him to pick a pose. But I've always had in my head, if I met him, I was going to ask him to give me the hug he thinks Sam Winchester needs. I want to be squished by that man. I want to be contemplating A&E afterwards. I want to be like, shit, I think I broke something. I want to be squished. Okay. Jared is almost a foot taller than me. And massive, right? Bitch want to be squished. So I'm still thinking how to word it, because it's not particularly ambiguous, but it's not clear enough for me, because I know that you don't have a lot of time and I don't want to be misinterpreted. So I'm thinking probably something like, give me the hug that Jared thinks Sam needs, something like that. Something to make it clear that whatever feelings
sounds like
he has.
Enough time and succinct. Yeah, I think that would work. That should be fine.
I'm going to be honest, I'll probably still be working this out on the train the day before. But, that's what I'm going to do for my photo. Okay. So that's real quick. But here's where it gets exciting. For the autograph, I'm going to read off the FAQ. Because it's exciting.
It is exciting. It's exciting because you get to do things that we can't do.
How do autographs with guest books? If you've purchased an autograph opportunity with one of our special guests, you join the queue at their table at any time during the event. If a guest is away on lunch, having a break, busy, you'll be told to go and come back in a little while. Okay. When the guest is at their table, you will queue as usual, and then you'll be able to approach them, pay by credit or debit card or with cash for any additional extras, because I'm assuming they have stuff there that you can buy to get signed, Funko Pops, pictures, stuff like that. Right. Because it was, they mentioned that they took that stuff away when the actors were on strike, because it was like technically work and contracts and stuff. So I'm assuming that's kind of what it is, right?
Okay.
But any additional extras, and speak to the guest freely. You get a little bit of time to talk. It's not just in, out, like it is at Creation Cons. You get your items signed, and in some cases, you can take a selfie. This is at the discretion of the guest, and there may be an additional charge. Who the fuck is charging for selfies? That sucks. If you charge for selfies, you suck. And if Jared charged me for a selfie, I would be sad. I'm not going to ask for a selfie, but that's irrelevant.
I will say, I feel like Jared and even Jensen, I feel like they don't, it doesn't feel as rushed at the autograph station as much as it does with photos. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I feel like you get time, but I will be really, really, really curious to hear how it goes for you. I think it's going to be very special.
So here's where it gets emotional, and I might have been waffling for like 20 odd minutes to get away from this. So I have I know what pose I want for my photograph. I don't give a shit what the photograph looks like. It is the hug I want to experience. I hate being photographed, so it's probably not something I'm ever going to look at again. But what I want is, thanks to the love and the kindness from my lovely co-host, I actually have Jared's autograph in my house. So I have it. It's framed. The very first con that Sandra went to, she paid for Jared and Jensen autographs and sent the pictures to me and our friend Dee, because we couldn't get to cons. They weren't in Australia and the UK at the time. She's the bestest. So I have Jared's autograph. She also got Jared's autograph again for me when she got the hug for me. So I don't have that one yet.
No, not yet. I have to get that in the mail to you now. So you know.
It's coming. There's no point mailing it over Christmas. Like, it would have got lost.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah.
So I have Jared's autograph twice now, technically. So I'm not that I'm not bothered about Jared's autograph, but between me, you, and the gatepost, right? It's not exactly legible, isn't it? I couldn't show it to someone and they would go, "Holy shit, that's Jared Potter!" Like, his autograph. They'd be like, "Whose scribble is that?" It feels like, God hate me for saying this, it was like Misha's that's real clear, or Jensen's with the wrong A. You show that to somebody and they'd be like, "Oh my God, it's Misha Collins, or it's Jensen Ackles," or whatever. Jared's is just a scribble. I love his scribble. It's cute. I spend many hours, trying to work out what letters he even includes. But what I really want, and what I have said that I wanted the whole time, if I ever got to a con, all I wanted was Jared to write "Always keep fighting" on something. I don't care what. It can be a blank piece of paper. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to get it tattooed on my arm. And that's all I wanted. Okay. I went through a lot of the same kind of shit that people my age went through as teenagers. And I have the marks to show for that, shall we say. And I want to get that on my arm, because then it's a constant fucking reminder to keep fighting. That's what I want. So I asked in the like public chat, I was like, "Hey, do you know if you can get stuff personalized? Like, if I just wanted Jared to write like "Always keep fighting," you think that'd be something he would do? And the response I got was ask on the day, basically. But, you know, Jared's pretty open.
Yeah.
You know, so I think I'm gonna get it, guys. I think I'm gonna get it.
Yay!
Try real hard not to cry.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna get it, and that's
good.
genuinely all. Like, if they had a Sam Funko Pop, I'd buy one, not to get it signed, but I'd just buy one because they're hell expensive. You can't find them anywhere anymore. They're expensive, but that's all I want from him. I just want him to write that down, and I'll tell him. I'll just be like, "Can you just you don't have to sign this picture? Sign the back of it. I just want you to write always keep fighting." And I'll tell him that I'm going to get it tattooed, in case he wants to neaten up his handwriting or whatever. I'm not fussy, but he might be. And then I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna get it tattooed. And this has kind of I know that I've never none of you know what I look like, and that is very much by design. But on my right arm, I have a daffodil, and it says "like mother, like daughter," which at the time I was a girl, and that's for my mum. I have a love heart on my right arm that is shared with a group of my friends, so we always remember that no matter what happens, we've got love in the world. And I have some song lyrics and stuff on my right arm, and it's called the sleeve of support. That's what my husband calls it. It's called the sleeve of support. But I have a wrist tattoo on my left arm, but I don't have anything else. And I'm gonna put it on my inner forearm, I think, so it'll just be there,
Yeah.
It'll just. I have a bracelet, a nameplate bracelet that I had engraved with "Always Keep Fighting" a couple of years ago now, because I work a desk job. Things are clinky, so I tend to take it off and not wear it more than I wear it now because it annoys me.
Right.
But that's all I've wanted for so long, and you can find that in Jared's writing on the internet. People have got that tattooed. It's not a new concept by any means, but it means something to me. And that's what I want. I want to be able to go to him and go, "Hey, you don't have to sign your name or anything. Can you just write this on this piece of paper? I'm going to go get it tattooed. You have no idea what this means to me, yada, yada, yada." And then when that's done, I'm going to start saving again. And then the next time he comes around, I'll get another auto, because I won't need a photo then, because I'll have had my squish. I get another auto, and I'll just be like, "Hey, you won't remember me, but the last time you were in the UK, I asked you to do this, and I told you I was going to get it tattooed." Well, I fucking did. And he can be like, "Oh my God, that's so cool." Because he's going to humor me, obviously, because I'll be a blubbering mess in front of him. And he's going to be like, "Shit, this English person is fucking insane. I better be nice." And I could be like, "I did the thing." And then I can die happy. Not immediately, because I said that to a few people and they were like, "Fucking done." And I was like, not right then. Just I can die happy. I will have achieved my goal. So I will hold my hands up to being the biggest fucking hypocrite who a couple of years ago was like, "I don't even want to go to a con. I don't even I can't get what I want from them out of a con." And now I'm so fucking hyped, you guys. I'm so hyped.
Now, when is it? Because I think we forgot to say when.
Oh, it's the 4th and the 5th of May.
Okay.
Which is kind of a problem because that's the weekend before my youngest child's birthday. So I said to my husband, I was like, "I'm doing this. We're going to have to do youngest child's birthday the weekend after." And he was like, "Their birthday is the 8th. I didn't know when my own child's birthday was. And I was like, "I fucking know, but that's a Wednesday. So I assumed we'd be doing something the weekend before or the weekend after. Well, I'm not here the weekend before now. I'm elsewhere. So I'll have to do it afterwards." So my husband he's quite a reserved man, I will say. But he's hyped for me. He is hyped. And obviously it goes without saying that I'm going to do this on my own. My husband is the kind of man that I don't have to say, "Hey, can you babysit the kids?" I just go, "I'm doing this." And he goes, "All right." The last time I did this, it was, "I'm going to my friend's wedding in Spain. I'll be gone for 4 days." And he was like, "Yeah, all right. Fine, whatever." So yeah, it's the 4th and the 5th of May, which is the first weekend in May. So Saturday and Sunday. And I've booked my Jared stuff on the Saturday because I won't be able to focus on anything until afterwards. So it needs to be on the Saturday. And ideally it needs to be done first fucking thing. Ideally I need to, at least the hug. No, I don't know which is going to be more stressful until one of them has happened and I see if my stress decreases, but I don't think it will. I don't think I can go, I've got the hug out the way. I think I'll then go, "Oh, dicks, now I have to do this."
No, there's no. Yeah, you're gonna have it. You're gonna have it for both. But it is good once you get it done once. I feel like you'll feel proud of yourself for doing it it sounds weird to say, but it's like, oh my gosh, I did this thing and I had this experience and I had this moment. And then, if you really want, hopefully I would think you get the hug first, because I feel like then that
would be nice. Yeah.
Then you get the chance to kind of say what you want to say to him at the autographs. Cause that's kind of what, I did for you. And for those interested, listen to the DC Con that was recent in 2023. That explains what I did for Kasey for the Jared situation. So, yeah. No, I think this is great. I'm so excited for you. I was so happy
hyped
when I heard that you got the tickets, because I was like, Kasey, stop fucking around and just get the tickets. And
that was.
But I'm like, no, just do whatever you got to do. Just get the tickets. And then I think there was an
offer of what do you need? Do you need me to get you one? And I was like, no, it's fine. They've been announced like 20 minutes ago. It's okay. It was like my kind of anxiety about it that I was like, oh my God, I need it now. I might go. Which coincidentally has led me to accidentally giving shop stands, another like £100 of my money for 3 t-shirts, but that's irrelevant. That's they keep doing this to me. They keep doing things with Jared, and I'm like, I don't even want it. Like, I don't even like the design. But then I'm like, but I have to have it because it's Jared's, and what if it's a limited edition? And it goes, fuck. So
we are going to revisit this multiple occasions as it leads up to it. I know we're going to have this, like, I feel like we need to do another one. And because I really want to have all the support and stuff just sent your way and enjoy it. And we're going to expect reports. There's going to be a con breakdown episode.
For sure. It'll be me this time. Can we get Ted back on? Can Ted come for my con breakdown?
I think I did ask him, and I think he said he probably would be able to squeeze that in. So I think we'll be able to get him to come back to hear about your experience too. So
because I gotta do that. I'm getting the train down, so
we need to know logistics. We need to know what the hotel's like. All of those things. So yes,
don't even fucking talk to me about that fucking hotel. I'm pissed about that.
Well, we will get into it. We will get into it at some point. We will.
We will get into it.
Unfortunately, we do have to wrap up.
We are out of time today, though. Yeah, unfortunately, we circumstances worked out that we have two interviews back to back, one for our podcast and one for someone else's podcast. And then we could not squeeze this con thing in anywhere else since last week when I bought the tickets. So we were like, okay, we'll do it beforehand.
Yeah.
But we old and we're tired.
And we want to get these done.
5 minutes. We need 5 minutes before we go people with other people.
I need a break.
Yeah, you like bathroom breaks are a thing.
Yes.
You remember when you were in your 20s and you could go like 8 to 10 hours without using the bathroom?
No.
And now you walk upstairs and your bladder goes, well, while we're here.
Yeah.
And you're like, we're not here. And they're like, but it's there though. We could be here. This is my life now. So
we're going to wrap up this episode. So if you want to, you can reach out to us via email at idlingintheimpala@gmail.com. You can comment on Spotify and use the Q&A section to share your thoughts. All our contact details are on our website, idlingintheimpala.com. Go check it out.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, follow, and subscribe. I did like a little hand dance with that. I got into the groove of it. Wherever you access your podcast, but especially if you are watching or listening on YouTube, it really helps us with the algorithm, that kind of engagement. So help us with the algorithm. All hail its benevolence. Check out the causes that we are championing in the description. Also, I'm not 100% sure when this episode is going to come out. From me, there are UK and US based LGBTQ plus talking charities in there that you can reach out to if you need someone to talk to. If you are in crisis, and I really should look up if you can reach out to them while you're in crisis, but I think you can. So we'll keep saying it until I'm proved wrong. But that, like, if you need someone to talk to, they are for talking, they are for reaching out. They are not like Stonewall legal stuff. That's personal. Okay. From Sandra, we have Rain and what was the other one you had?
I've got the NAMI mental health. Yeah.
As always. So those charities are there. Again, if you need to reach out, if you need to talk to somebody, if you need somebody to be with you, that is what they're there for. Also, from Sandra, we have the American Civil Liberties and gov.org. whatever the hell it is in America.
Vote.gov.
Vote.gov. That's because it's gov.uk in the it's 2024. It's election year. Good Lord, help us all. So get yourself informed. That is the best thing you can do. Be informed of your rights and your responsibilities when it comes to voting. Get registered, get voting early, make sure your voice is heard, all that good stuff. We're expecting shenanigans, especially after the last fucking election, we're expecting shenanigans. So those places are the best place to keep yourself appraised and updated on the rules and regulations in your area. And again, to quote Rocky Horror Picture Show and the Tenacious D cover of Time Warp, it's a jump to the left, not a step to the right, guys. Come on, let's just blue. We don't even fucking care what blue anymore. Just blue, please. Pretty please. So Sandra has helpfully provided all of those links. And again, I'm not sure when this episode will come out, but at time of recording, these charities are still very much needed. So we are championing, highlighting, spotlight, any other adjective that means drawing attention to both World Central Kitchen and Doctors Without Borders, who are both on the ground in the Ukraine, where people are still trapped and suffering with the sort of effects of Russia's still continuing and ongoing unlawful invasion of the Ukraine and the war therein, and also on the ground in Gaza, which, as we know, is caught in the middle of the Israeli-Hamas conflict. Now, this is not political. This is, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't give a shit who you think is right. This is humanitarian. People are dying, especially in Gaza, okay? People, innocent people, children, they're starving, they're dying. Nobody asked for war, okay? None of these people asked for war, not the people that are stuck in the Ukraine, not the people in Gaza. They are not, they didn't ask for these conflicts. So I give a shit where you fall on the political spectrum, humanitarian. World Central Kitchen, as the name implies, providing food on the ground, and Doctors Without Borders, again, as the name suggests, is providing medical care. We practice what we preach. Idling in the Impala has made donations to both World Central Kitchen and Doctors Without Borders, and we are asking you, if you can help them and any of these charities keep helping others, that would be awesome. It does not have to be a monetary donation. Don't give if you can't afford it, certainly. Just sharing links around, getting those things out on social media, sharing the links, making people aware that despite what the media is trying to distract us with, these conflicts are ongoing and people are dying. Okay? And as always, if you actually need help from any of these charities, that is what they are there for. So, all that being said,
deep breath.
Thank you very much for joining us in the back seat. And just before I go, if you have any ideas of what shirt I should wear to meet Jared, let me know, because I said I was going to wear one of the Impalas. I hugged Jared in the shirts, and Sandra went, "No, we need to make you one. I think we should
make a personalized one for Kasey." So yes, yeah.
So if you have any ideas, we've got a few months. Hit us up, let us know. And with that, we will say, see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.